Hello, welcome to Low Level Around South Africa. Very low level at the moment, as you would have seen from our previous video. The plane had a bit of a mishap, so while I've been waiting for it to be repaired, Stefan and them are quite far down, I decided, I got a bee in the bonnet, and excuse the pun, bumblebee, bee, to try and make clear windows or side windows for the Explorer. The task I set myself was to make a clear polycarbonate door. So that was the task. So use the existing door frame or door, clear side door. It's made out of 2mm polycarbonate, and you can see that it's got a bend this way and a bend that way, which is quite difficult to form. So normally what happens is they would have this piece of aluminium down the center, they form one piece, another piece. So I thought, hold on, how do we make it one solid, rats in the storeroom, how do we make it one solid clear piece? Now, did a bit of research on the internet, and really we worked quite hard on two types of material. There's polycarbonate, very strong, much stronger product, versus Perspex, which is a lot easier to form. Problem with Perspex is a lot more brittle and shatters. So really the requirement was use polycarbonate. That's what we've used. It's very good. So I took this panel, and I never used fiberglass before. Thank you to the school of the internet school of YouTube. I made a mold of each window, left and right, and from that mold I manufactured this, which is called the plug. So I made two of these. So I've got two plugs. The only way you can really form polycarbonate or acrylic is to heat it up. So I then had a look and said, okay, how do they form? So the next problem that you have is polycarbonate. If you heat it up, it's got little water molecules inside the polycarbonate, so it tends to give you that white look. So what I did there is that the trick was to put it in an oven, and you heat it for about 4 hours. So once it's heated for 4 hours, you then can form it. So my first try, and I think I've got some video, I'll put it in, was to build this vacuum table. Basically just wood, lots of holes underneath, nice vacuum cleaner, and to put the polycarbonate in a frame and to put it over and vacuum it over the actual plug, this black plug here. This is what came out. Really nicely formed after 4 hours in the oven. And what I found is that the actual plug needs to be at a very high, same temperature as the molten polycarbonate, which is about 170 degrees Celsius. That allows them to form softly. So what happened here with the vacuum is it created these bends, because as it hit the plug, it cooled down. So we're going to now try a different option. This option, we'll see if it works, is to do what they call drape molding. So what you need to do is I had to build an oven. So I thought, okay, can't be too difficult. There was a chap on YouTube that had used an old Weber braai, or Weber gas braai, and he made an oven forming polycarbonate. Didn't have an old Weber braai, so I found myself a few gas burners, and I built this oven. So really, it's a little glass window up there, another glass window over here. I've got a frame that I put in here, through those holes there, you can't really see, but there's a hole of the burners. I have a little temperature gauge there. You can see it, temperature gauge. That allows me to heat it up, and what I do then is I basically heat up the polycarbonate. So I bake it in this oven for about 4 hours at about 80 to 100 degrees. That is to get all the moisture out of the product, and then after that, the plan is to put a steel frame like a tray. So hopefully you can see that. So this is the steel tray. So you can see there starting to sag. So we've got the plate, the mold, and the polycarbonate. I think we had about 140, maybe 130 degrees. So yeah, slowly heating up. Sitting at about 150 degrees. So I'm going to slowly start lowering it because it's starting to crease a bit. You don't want that to happen. Okay, gloves on. We're at 180. Both sides have sagged. So now it's just a manual process of pushing it closed, I assume. Let's hope. Okay, inside the oven, so you see it gets the basic shape, crystal clear. Cool, I think that worked out very well, much better than I expected compared to all our other ones that will all skew and so on and so forth. But let it cool down and then we can have a look. So hopefully there you can see the type of bulge that we got. So yeah, I think with gives you a bit more space in the cockpit. Well, I think a successful day. It takes a bit long, maybe 4 or 5 hours. But yeah, here's the finished product. That being my bonnet is now probably going to another bonnet and I'll have to do something else. But yeah, I learned a lot. First time I ever did fiberglass in. It was quite an experience. I actually quite enjoyed it. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. You know what it is. Press the like button, little bell so I can send you more videos. Hopefully once Bumblebee's in the air, my next video will show you the improvements that got done to it, and hopefully we can start planning the low level around South Africa. Thank you for watching. Cheers.